Hello, Tom Bird here at Draycote once again. Welcome to the Flyfishstore YouTube channel. In the next sort of month, 4 weeks, we're going to be doing something a little bit different to what we've done before. So obviously, hopefully you've seen the videos on the bungs, straight lining, fishing eyebrook in the hot weather. Over the next coming weeks, we're going to be doing a little segment on flies. So I'm going to be tying some flies today, showing you some of the patterns that are going to work at Draycote, Eyebrook, Thornton in the coming weeks, and how I would tie them. The products we're going to be using are available from the Eyebrook Lodge and also on the online shop. If you want any more hints and tips on fly tying, or have got any questions, feel free to ask or comment below. So let's get into it, but before we do, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you've got any feedback on the videos coming out, please let us know. We want to make sure that we keep improving and giving the viewers what they want. So we're going to look at some of the flies that are going to work over Eyebrook and Draycote in the coming months. So as the water warms and the fish move over the open water, we've found that hothead dowelbacks are a really good fly for both Draycote and Eyebrook and Thornton. So here in the vise at the minute, we've got a hothead junglecock dowelback from Fulling Mill. Really good pattern. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at tying one, talk you through the materials, go through there if anybody wants to tie their own rather than buy them, although these are available in the lodges. So take that out. So the hook I'm going to be using today is a Fario size 12 wet fly. So this is basically a B175 equivalent without the barb. So let's go ahead and get one in the vise. There we go. So the thread I'm going to be using for this hothead is from Semperfli. It's a classic wax thread and it's in fluoro red. So as you can see, it's a really bright colour, and that's going to give the hothead that we want at the end. So to start with, just run some thread on and then just break that away. I'm going to go back down. Now I tie my beard hackle in slightly differently to how a lot of other fly ties do it. I got shown this by Lee Hooper from the Fly Dressers Guild, really good fly tire. I tried it and it really works for me. I'll explain why I like it a little bit later on. So here we've got a red game feather from a cock hackle. This is actually a whitey one because I'm going to be looking at some other flies later. So I brought the good quality one, but any Chinese net cape, Indian net cape will do. You're just looking for that sort of brown, game brown colour. So just pull the feathers off to the side like that, and then all I'm going to do is pull away a small pinch for the beard hackle. So what we're looking for is we're looking for about the length of the body. So offer that up like that, check it's about the length of the hook, which that is, and then all we're going to do is we're going to turn the vise over now, down like that, so we can see underneath. So just check the length again, yeah, about there. That's what we're going to do underneath. Thread wrap over the top, and then just make sure that they're underneath like that. We're happy, yeah. So now what we're going to do is just go in with the scissors, working our way around, trim off the excess. Right, so that's done. We'll deal with actually getting the beard hackle back underneath a little bit later. So now all we need to do is just run the thread back down to the back of the hook. Also doing it that way, you get a nice little bit of a taper to the fly. So we're going to stop the thread opposite where the barb would be, get our feather again, and then get the fibres for the tail. So again, pull them off to the side, nice pinch, and we want the tail fibres again about the length of the body. which is there. Loose wrap over the top. That's maybe a touch short, make them a little bit longer. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, again, trim off the excess, make sure we're happy with where they're sitting. So this fly is just ribbed with a copper wire, so this is an extra small copper from UTC. So I've already broken a length of that off. So we're just going to catch that in one wrap just to hold it. This is a Vineyards Peacock Hurl. There. I like my dowel backs really slim, so I just one peacock feather, break away the thin bit at the end, in with another thread wrap, work our way back, and work our way up towards the fly head, catching in all these bits of fibre. Leave ourselves a couple of mil at the front for the hothead, and then all we're going to do now is start wrapping this, touching turns up towards the eye of the fly. There we go. Leave ourselves a couple of mil, cross that over. 1, 2, 3. Now you can break that off, but just for a bit of security, because we don't want it coming undone, just trim away with the scissors. So now you can leave the fly like that, which obviously gives quite a bushy profile. However, I like a slim dowel back, so what I'll do, wet my fingers and then just stroke all the fibres back, and that helps to slim that profile. And then the wire comes over towards me, about 5 turns on a size 12, trying to keep them nice and even. Last one straight over, that's going to get covered with the thread. So 1, 2, 3, pull the thread nice and tight, and then just wire fatigue the wire. Don't use your best scissors to cut wire, you'll soon ruin them. So now that tied in, what we're going to do, deal with the beard hackle. So turn the vice over again, shorten up, and then what we want to do is stroke these fibres back like that towards where they want to go, and then start putting the thread wraps on. So as you can see now, that beard hackle sitting nice underneath the fly. There's no stray fibres, I don't have to get in there with my scissors and try and cut them. So now to add the jungle cock element. So here we have a very nice jungle cock cape. This one's nigh on pristine. So what I'd be doing now is I'd be looking for a split eye feather. However, most of those didn't have a split in them, so I had to split one, which is always a worry. You get it wrong, you ruined a good feather. So what I've done is I've got my jungle cock, I've run my dubbing needle through the middle like that, and you can see I've actually split the eye. I've pulled all the way this fluffy bit back down, and now what I'm going to do is I'm just with my fingers just going to open up that split a little bit more, because what we want the feather to do is bend round the hook and go on nice and easily. So what I'll do, hold it with my thumb, start with a thread wrap like that, and then catch it with my I've gone in between them, hang on, I'll take that off. I bet I couldn't do that again if I tried. So hold it with my thumb, as I'm going over, just get my index finger in and work it round, just work that feather round, and then I've got one thread wrap just holding them both in place. Now what you want to do is turn it, just check everything's alright, make sure you're happy, you can always go back. There we go, 1 thread wrap, 2, nice and tight with the thread, and then what we can do is go in with the scissors here, steady yourself with the other hand if you need to, and just trim away the excess, being careful not to knock anything. So now you can see we've got a little bit of, just make sure I'm happy with them. Got a little bit of black sort of trimmings, and then we just want to go over them with the thread. So now all we want to do now is pull a bit of length off, get the whip finish tool, nice whip finish, pull it nice and tight, trim off the thread, and now the next step, bit of varnish. This is Vineyard's Clear Cell, just personal preference on the varnish. A lot of people like to use Sally Hansen's. I don't like the resins. I know a lot of people do, it's just personal preference. I just prefer varnish. I just think it gives a nice hard glossy finish. So bit of varnish on the needle, and then just go around on the fly and just apply a little touch of varnish just to help give a glossy shine to the fly's head. And that is the Jungle Cock Hothead Dialback finished.